This is my Kia Forte 2017 model, and it's got water in the taillights. Let me shake the car a little so you can kind of see it. See the water in there and the drops. And as near as I can figure, the reason it's getting in there is because as water comes around this corner from the trunk, when the trunk's closed driving down the road, so I'll spray some water up here, and you can see the water goes underneath this plastic piece of the taillight. I think it would be better if it went above that, so I'm going to put some sealant on here to stop the water from going underneath that thing. But also, on my other one, had the same problem, and this is it here. And I found out that right where these lights plug in, like this light goes here, and the other light is right here. But you notice up here, there's some little circles. And I noticed some of these little divots in here, you can actually see red. There, I wonder if you can see that. Yeah, you can see red when I hold it up to the light. You can see red from the tail light shining through. There's holes in there. So I'm going to plug those too, because any water that comes down. Let me get this light back in here. Pardon the bad camera work. I'm all by myself. So I got this tail light back in here, and as the water comes around here, it ends up going right back behind inside the trunk, and it should go down around here. Instead, what's happening is it's going in these little holes, right in those little holes there. So I'm going to plug those holes with some, I'll show you the stuff I'm going to use here. It's this stuff here that is from a wax ring from a toilet. This is a brand new one, so it's not nasty. But this waxy stuff, I'm going to use that on there to seal the gasket, like around this area. I'll put a little bit of that on there, like that. And that might seal that and help it. Also, I'm going to remove this seal that goes around the inside, and I'm going to put the waxy stuff on in between the plastic and that. I don't know if this waxy stuff here will damage the gasket, but I know one thing: I don't want it leaking water anymore. I'm tired of it. So, okay. Well, I've applied the waxy stuff along this spot, but I think it's also a good idea to put it all the way around here too, because I don't want that water coming in. If it gets into there, it could get into the trunk, and that would be worse than getting in the tail light. So anyway, I think this will fix it. If you have that problem, I hope that helps you. After you get all the leaks out of your tail light, then you can use your vacuum cleaner and a piece of water hose to get the old water out of the tail light, because otherwise you might have to wait weeks and weeks for it to evaporate out of there. Just attach it to your vacuum cleaner hose. Set the vacuum cleaner for not suck but blow, so it blows air out of this hose, and I'll show you what that looks like. So here's the vacuum cleaner I'm all hooked up. I just pushed it on there. It's not on there very good. It could fall out easy. But then I'm going to push it up into, right like that, just push it up into the tail light and turn on the vacuum cleaner. You get the idea. It takes about 5 minutes, and it blows air into the tail light so that you can't suck it out of there with normally. So you have to don't plug it into this side, plug it into the other side of your vacuum so it blows air out. And it takes about 5 minutes, and you get all the water out of your tail light.